Hello, dear friends. If you remain neutral in a battle between good and evil, you are on the side of evil. Deuteronomy 30:19-20. Opinion piece. BattleField. Exhaustion. Too much noise. Energy intensity. Game of attrition. The warrior's rest. Embracing change. New frequency of light. Warning signs of a collapse. 2025 will be the year of peace. Truth, justice, and reconciliation. Trump is a Category 10 hurricane. Trump tsunami breaks a lot of things. Political tornado brings many changes. Operation Sentinel to protect redemption centers. Let's start. Reality is about to get very noisy because a new frequency of light is here and it is releasing an unprecedented amount of darkness. This download creates a feeling of being overwhelmed and bombarded, and the light warriors must figure out how to deal with this density. You are the light, but to be the light you must tune into a whole new level of it, says Starship F. Chess is a game of attrition. As you progress, there are fewer and fewer options for either side, and even if you are playing on multiple boards, it is still the same. Eventually, there are only a handful of moves left. Right now, the white and black hats are sailing full speed into the constitutional battle zone where they will face their big ships and begin firing their cannons at each other at point-blank range. Although many are celebrating and some are sentimental about the fact that the anonymous and keyboard warriors are reaching the end of their usefulness, I think it is premature. I don't think we are at that point at all. The election was a milestone on a long and important road. I know there is much drama to come, and I feel no relief. I'm still nervous and have experienced overwhelmed these past few days, as Kerry Kay mentioned. So I feel like I need a vacation, but I'm not ready to retire yet. Breaking news. Real journalism is finally back, according to Lorenzo C. A beautiful, brave new world awaits us, according to Delta. Trump outlines plans to decimate deep state. General Flynn wants they will try to assassinate Trump before January 20th. U.S. Attorney General's office uncovers alleged Iranian plot to assassinate Donald Trump. Rallying elite will fight Trump tooth and nail to keep U.S. on warpath, wants former Reagan official. Republicans are on the cusp of a majority in the House of Representatives, but the race remains too close to call. Polarization in the U.S. could edge closer to civil conflict after the election, says retired U.S. diplomat. More than half of Harris voters want to move to another country after Trump's victory. The boarding up of storefronts in Washington was an early sign of Harris' defeat, according to a Wall Street analyst. Thousands of people to join march on Washington ahead of Trump's inauguration. Washington, D.C. court grants government request to pause Trump's case after election. FBI informs Trump's lawyer that his phone was tapped by Chinese hackers. Federal official got ordering hurricane relief workers to avoid homes with Trump signs. Deeply disturbed hosts of The View were black and breakdown of Trump's victory. MSNBC host Rachel Maddow has called for a coup against Trump to prevent him for serving a second term. X22 report. It seems that they are trying to start a race war before certifying the election. The Simpsons predicted all three of Trump's presidencies in 2015. Are decisions writers, psychics, or connected to people inside the state? Biden is likely to resign shortly after the election. Harris was set up to lose by the same hidden powers that just installed Trump, according to Sutton. Kamala makes phone calls after losing the election and being $20 million in debt. Opinions in plural. Elon Musk predicts the end of senseless killing with the Trump administration. Elon Musk says the blast in Ukraine will end soon thanks to Trump's plan. Elon Musk called Harris' statement that US troops are not deployed in combat zones a lie. Orban is confident that Trump will end hostilities in Ukraine. Ukraine to receive $1.37 billion World Bank grant. Trump Asevia. The only solution to human freedom is no government, says Mike Adams. We are preparing for the collapse of the system. The White Hats were prepared for the 2024 election, when they make all kinds of arrests, discovered fake ballots, and destroyed rigged voting machines. Trump presents a bold 10-point plan to end the use of the federal government as a weapon. If he succeeds, it could trigger a revolution for freedom and abundance around the world, according to Mike Adams. More than 2,000 people have taken their own lives after Trump's electoral victory, when the average is 130 per day. According to Poet Doc, nothing we think we are fighting is real. It is in your mind. You believe in the shadows that attract you. According to the Washington Times, the FBI's top brass in Washington are walking around in a daze and fearful of a purge since Trump's victory. Robert De Niro cries after being fired from Warner Brothers after his worst comments go viral. Democratic influencers are seeing record numbers of unsubscribes along with a mass exodus of followers. Bill Gates wants to work with Trump to build a better future, in quotes. I don't think he'll take it. Marina Abramovic says Donald Trump is the magician who will provoke a global awakening. In 2020, George Soros funded a media campaign for Biden's group worth $34 billion. Nearly 45% of Americans are dissatisfied with the situation, according to a poll. Middle East. Trump conveys to Abbas his commitment to work for peace in the Middle East. The situation is exploding in the Middle East, with rumors of a possible coup against Netanyahu after Khalid's dismissal, according to Dr. Anastasia Maria Lopez. The UN documents at least 24 attacks with white phosphorus against Gaza. The US says that Israel is not doing enough to improve the situation in Gaza. One of the reasons to distract the new Trump administration is its devotion to Israel. Trump talked about bombing Iran's nuclear facilities. That's a far cry from the president who never started a war that we hear so much about it. Russia. Russia dominates the US as the world's largest owner of natural resources. Putin left the door open to the West, according to a British academic. Putin wants the elite that their old world order has failed, and they must pay the price. Russia no longer recognizes Zelensky as Ukraine's president. He is now a target for war crimes. Russia denounces Ukraine's use of Islamic State-style human shields. Trump assured Zelensky that he will not abandon Ukraine, but he wants to prioritize diplomacy. Economy. The price of gold hit a new all-time high and exceeded $2,800 per troy ounce. Bitcoin exceeds 77,000 for the first time in history. Inflation expectations fall to the lowest level since December 2020. Goldman's warning of a market crash raises fears of a big sell-off. US imported Russian aluminium in September for the first time since 2023. China-US trade up to 2.8% from January to October 2024. According to Judy Bington, Sentinel operation has been launched to protect redemption centers and secure the entire wealth transfer process. Tactical units have been deployed to ensure the safety of all participants. Early warning signs of a collapse by J.G. Martinez. A total economic and social collapse is a catastrophic event characterized by widespread dysfunction of critical systems, including the government, economy, infrastructure, and basic services. As long as such a scenario is extreme, it is crucial to recognize the early warning signs. Europe. The Trumpist tsunami breaks many things. The tariff war and uncertainty push Europe towards recession. Von der Leyen wants to discuss with Trump the purchase of US LNG to replace Russian supplies, but it is much more expensive. Markets feared that Pandora's box has been opened in Germany's debt. Volkswagen and BMW managed to overtake Tesla and already registered more electric cars in Germany. Trade between France and Algeria is at risk of collapsing due to the status of Western Sahara. Amsterdam declares itself a risk area and bans protest after the anti-Semitic incident with Maccabi fans. The main Italian cities suffer the ravages of a public transport strike. Australia will ban teenagers under 16 from using social media. Spain. Fitch maintains Spain's A rating and improves its outlook to positive. The IBEX 35 falls 2.46% and moves away from highs in the wake of Trump and the Fed. The head of economic crimes of the National Police of Madrid, arrested with 20 million euros walled up in his house. Americas. Hispanics attribute Trump's victory to his economic plan. Supporters of joining the US as a state in Puerto Rico lead with 56.82% of votes. Trump is a Category 10 hurricane that Mexico should protect itself from by strengthening its internal market, according to Ricardo Pérez. Sheinbaum accuses the US of a lack of cooperation with Mexico in the arrest of Mayo Zambada. Scandal in Mexico over the election of the president of the National Human Rights Commission. UN experts denounce arbitrary arrest of indigenous rights activists in Mexico. Blackouts persist in Cuba despite progress in restoring its electrical grid. Ecuador announces new increase in blackout time to 8 hours a day. Arce highlights Bolivia's admission to the BRICS as the greatest achievement of its foreign policy. Bolivian authorities confirm that Evo Morales cannot be a candidate again. Asked for 2,860 years in prison against the retired general in Guatemala, Benedicto Lucas Garcia, for crimes against humanity and forced disappearance. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.